Is Hiramandi 2 coming?
Hiramandi 2 is coming.
Yes, we
Yes,
got to
yes.
know now.
It is coming.
Do people know about it already?
Surprise. Let's see what happens, man.
Hiramandi 2 is coming.
Only my first film was a Yashraj.
Oh my god, like that's a dream launch.
Yeah, so Yashraj happened in 2010.
Taha is in town. Everyone wants to meet you. So someone actually asked me, why are you starting this podcast? Why are you bringing in more content to the existing content it's already there? There's just so much out there. I agree, but I'm not doing it. It's not my podcast and I'm here to get my learning done. I want to meet people. I want to get from the experiences and get some amazing guests on this couch to get to know more and more about their journey, about where they have come from and how they have reached to the place where they have reached today. So that is the reason why Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah has come up with, and today is my very first episode, guys, so wish me all the luck. I need it all. I've never done this before and I'm really excited to welcome my very first guest. And today the first guest who I have makes him so much special because we both have a similar sort of a background. We both are Dubai, can't say kids anymore, we both are Dubai boys, and we both have gone to India to make a mark in the industry. He in movie industry, me into fashion industry, and I'm sure that the struggles, the conversations, the kind of things that we both had to go through would be very beneficial to a lot of people who are moving from outside, going to India, which is incredible, and there's so many opportunities for everyone out there. So without further ado, I'm going to invite the very first guest on my first episode of Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah, none other than the heartthrob of the entire world, the man with so many talent, the one who's won everyone's heart, is on every tabloid, every red carpet possible, none other than Taha Shah, Tajdar, on Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah.
This is Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah.
Hi, my friend Taha.
Hello, my friend Varoin.
How are you doing?
Fantastic, man. It's great to see you. It's great to see your growth. Great to be here at your store.
Thank you.
You've always been very kind.
Thank you.
And it's been many years that we've been actually just on SMS.
Yes.
And finally we are here together.
We moved from SMS to WhatsApp.
Yes.
To Insta DMs. And we've seen the whole generation together.
Yes, we have.
And I feel between you and me, there's just so much commonality in the sense that we both are actually grown up in Dubai.
Yeah.
And we took that plunge to move, ourselves from our comfort zone and experiment and get and follow our passion, which is obviously in the industry, which you're killing it, by the way.
Okay,
I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. Just as I would have imagined you to be there in that big celluloid world, and you're killing it.
Thank you.
You're absolutely killing it. Is this your first time after this huge mega success of Hiramandi to Dubai?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is actually.
The very first?
Very first. I mean, literally it's been about a month and 10, 12 days now. So yeah, it's exactly the first time. And there was no time to come back prior to that. The last time I came here was once IFA, and then I think there was something which happened.
I met you at the IFA.
You met me at the IFA?
Yes.
And then there was October.
That time you had the mustache.
Yeah.
And I believe I did not know why. And I was thinking it's looking really cool. But I did not put two and two together. At that time, I thought it was just another look
style that I was.
But it looked really cool. And of course, now the whole world loves it. So,
do you think I should hold on to that?
I think you could come back to that, but we'll come to that anyways.
Okay.
Because I think it played a huge role in your whole mega success. Like the madness that you created, we have to give a little point to that as well.
100%.
So, in my opinion, you have worked very, very hard, but you are now the next Sanjay Leela Bansali boy. Like after Ranveer Singh, after Ranbir Kapoor, I feel you have literally formed yourself in that bracket. How does it feel?
I think that it's not me who has formed that bracket. It is always
You have
the
filled in that
greatest man.
spot like no one else. Like, it's a very big space to fill in, and you have done that beautifully.
It is a really big space to fill in, and I never expected to be the lead. I always knew that. I mean, I just wanted to work with Mr. Bansali, to be very honest, and being there for just a 3-day role,
Right.
for him to then make me the lead of the project.
Right.
It is.
So this is
truly
something that I
remarkable.
heard from your previous some other interview where
Yes.
you had auditioned for something else and you really wanted to do this, and then one thing led to the other, and you were just surprised with this
Shocked.
beautiful,
Not even surprised, shocked. How can you react to somebody, to the greatest director of our time,
Yes.
telling you that I want you for the lead role of my project?
So I'll tell you my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Hira Mandi was so beautifully shot. I personally wish I could see it on a bigger screen, number one, because it was just, there's so much to take from that.
It is, right? It's like a
beauty.
film. Every episode like a
Even
film.
the way the curtain moves or anything moves, it's just a piece of
Any
art.
of us
Like,
move.
you know, I noticed one thing. I don't know how. Even right now, I'm noticing your eyes have a twinkle. Like, it's almost like they always got a little extra water in them or something. Was there something that you also used in the movie, or was it just natural?
Actual, I mean, I guess. I mean,
I
I've never-
literally wanted to ask you this because every time I see people on the screen, I've seen other actors on the same screen as well, even in Hira Mandi, and I felt your eyes had this specific dewy eye, like which was
dewy eye.
yeah.
I mean, I guess it's
And it really did the magic. I don't. So that was natural, you're
it was
saying.
just natural. I mean, it was.
I almost doubted even the voice, to be honest.
Really?
I thought like this is dubbed because the voice, and now I know it's not dubbed because you do sound so good.
एक बार देख लीजिए.
That's it. I'm sure a lot of viewers who are going to see this, they'll be like, no, but well done. Very, very nicely
No, but
done.
I have trained a lot for 15 years, man.
Right.
I mean, whether it be, you know, the language of the eyes, the thoughts of the thoughts that lead to expressions of the eyes, the
Right.
sensory output,
Right.
and of course the voice. I mean, voice is a training. I mean, I had a girly voice when I first started.
Right.
And I feel that over the years, I have trained it, went to voiceover classes, gone to singing classes, so many classes with the riyaz going on every day. So I think I've gotten I've been blessed now with the control over the voice.
Yeah.
Where I can even make it, I mean, you can increase the pitch or you can lower the pitch. You can play with your voice. And as an actor, you only really have two things.
Right.
One is this, and the second one is your voice.
Right.
I mean, that's all.
So these things, of course, you worked hard and you have honed the skill like no one else. And I can only see you go all the way to the top, which you are already. But when I say all the way to the top, I'm going to relate to the top one, which is my favorite, Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, look at the charm that he has, and look at the charm that Tajdar, my friend Taha, brings to the movie industry. Like, I feel you have beautifully, after years, someone has matched up to that level of charm. You know, the way that you romance on screen, that kind of romance hasn't happened in years.
That's first of all, coming in the same statement as Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is always a big thing, because I know how enamored I was when I was a kid by him. I still am, but when I was a kid, it was a different craze. You know, I remember him in Zee Cine Awards and how I was just starstruck. I was just struck by lightning. And now just...
It's the aura that he carries, right?
the aura, the energy, just the whole vibe. And now being in the same sentence as
Right.
him is... it is like a
But
dream.
it's that charm which you can't learn. I think it's either there or it's not there. Like, I can't suddenly have that level of charm with my eyes, my voice, my actions. It's also the right moment when to say, how much to say, and how much not to say. I think which is a balance that it's gifted. And I think you've got that gift.
I'm glad you think so. I hope he thinks so too.
I'm sure
that
if
would
he's
be-
seen it, he's definitely appreciated, for sure.
I really hope he's seen it.
So, one of my all-time favorite movie, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. You know,
Right.
the swag, the charm. again, I'm going to compare you, and it's a big space to again be compared with, is Salman Khan. Like that level of swag, the charm, the balance of Shah Rukh meeting Salman. It's a great concoction, I think. And here we've got our lovely Taha coming up with.
My mom would love to hear this.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all grown up admiring these two incredible personalities,
Right.
and I've been blessed to be spend more time with Salman sir, especially at the IFA last year.
Right.
And I was upstairs at his suite, where I was able to just get to see him and the kind of aura that he has, and he's got.
I think he's
swag.
one of the most genuine actors that we have from a long time, and he's very welcoming. And I think he must have seen the talent and the passion that you have towards your craft.
I was the only outsider there in that room, and I was there till 5 o'clock in the morning.
You're not an outsider. You are a complete insider. Yeah. You are like, we want to be where you are today. We want to be in that room.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I hope I can live up to these magnificent names that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of these guys.
The fact that you got to work with the biggest director, Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir. Like, I don't want to ask you the same question, which I'm sure plenty of times you've been asked. How did it feel when you got signed for the character? I can only imagine. It must be an out-of-the-body experience, right?
It was truly an out-of-the-body experience, because when imagine you were Bhansali and you told me that I want you for the... I'm Kuch to hai teri aankhon mein, and I want you for the lead role of my series.
It's such a...
I thought he was pulling my leg. I really thought that he was just... I don't know, because I had gotten a small role, and then he increased me to Balraj's role, which was a 30-day role.
Okay.
And then now he calls me back again, and they're like, no, he changed his mind. I thought he was going to remove me. And here, this
you can imagine your heart pumping like, oh my God, where is it going to go?
Where is it going? Please don't throw me out.
Right.
To, I want you for the lead, where he had already signed somebody else on. And for me, for him to...
So did you kind of replace somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we wish the person who lost this all the success. And I
know how it feels.
Yeah.
I've been through that at least 8 to 9 times in my life.
Right.
And I know how it feels.
It's something quite common in the industry, right? It could be based on various reasons. And we know the favorite word of the industry, which will maybe come to later.
Yeah.
So talking about an outsider.
But I don't have that.
Yeah. So talking about like an outsider, which you just said, one name is coming to me because we also spoke about Salman and so many other brilliant actors, Shah Rukh Khan, Ranveer, all of them. On top, I also see Katrina Kaif, who also was not from India, but came and made a huge mark and space for herself. And after that, it's you. Literally, it's you. Who else? I can't think of anybody else. It's amazing.
This was my dream and my ambition. About 8-9 years ago, that I'm like, maybe one day I'll become like Katrina Kaif, like be that person. When you just talk to yourself and you put out those manifestations, like I'll be that one guy, that man.
She led the path
for every woman,
right?
Gives an example who's out here. Katrina could make it, then I could make it,
right?
So I thought that maybe I could be something like that, And she was a big.
So she did that for the women, sort of thing, and you did it for the men now. You're the first male actor who I would say who's not an insider, who's not insider from that perspective, but not from the country. Yes, you are an Indian, and we are very proud of that.
Very proud, yes.
We live in the best. You've lived in Dubai. You know that we are so close to India, and we've had the best of both the worlds.
Yes, we have. Really have.
So, it's kind of like a great mix. But I think between us, because now even I've started to work a lot with the Indian industry.
Right.
And for a while, I've been working with a lot of great actors like you. I feel our struggles are slightly different from the ones who are probably struggling from India itself.
100%. 100%.
And the problem is that if we say anything, we would be labeled as privileged,
Yeah.
NRIs who come to India and they'll say, oh, I can't have this water. So, a friend of mine from India would not have that water, but I would, just to prove a point sometimes that I hope nobody's going to accuse me of the fact that, Arey, ye bahar se aate hain, and, they always say, I can't touch
of that,
this.
man. I've been accused. No, not. I wouldn't say accused, but just, I mean, it's been used against.
Right.
It's been used like, "Arey, ye to bahut privileged hai. Why should we? I mean, how can we cast him?
Right.
He's from Dubai.
Right.
Bro, it's a misconception that everybody in Dubai is supposed to be like.
I mean, the best part is that we've taken the best of both the places.
Yeah.
One good thing about Dubai is that this city offers you a lot of mindset of growth and makes you want to desire for more, because that's the whole concept in the city, right? Nobody is settling in for just base.
No.
We all want to grow higher. So
But I think that's anywhere, no?
So I'm coming to that. If you were to pick one of the biggest things that you miss about your previous living in Dubai, what would that be?
What do you mean?
Like if I had to ask you, like one thing or a few things that you miss about living in Dubai. Something that reminds you of, that happened there or that thing I missed from there.
Well, definitely the because I've grown up on this kind of food.
Right.
Right. So I definitely miss the food. That's definitely one. Number two, I would have to say that when you're a child growing up,
Right.
the friends you make
Right.
are your lifelong friends.
Absolutely.
There's no time to make new friends now, because you don't have that kind of time.
True.
So definitely all the friends which I have over here, and we've done all the stupid stuff over here.
Right.
Right.
Did you meet them on this trip?
I met two of them. The rest of them
nice.
are all around the globe.
They must be so proud of you.
They were actually quite very, very not only proud, but it was not like it was just my win that they were proud of. It felt
was
like their
everyone's
win. And they're like,
And I think that's how Dubai feels for you. Like, I think you must have, which I've seen in the last few days that you're here, it's like a talk of the town. Taha is in town. Everyone wants to meet you. After this podcast, I won't be surprised if I have a few people lining up at the store as well, because some of them know that you're coming. And I was like, okay, you can't interrupt. We are going to meet. We're going to have this chat. So let's see what's going to happen. But talking about Dubai, of course, friends are one. Food is one.
family is one.
Family is one. Is your family with you in Mumbai or they live here?
No, they're here. My mom's here. My brother's here.
Okay.
His wife is here.
Okay.
And his son is here. So my dad is in Chennai.
Okay.
So I don't live with anybody. No, none. My mom comes back and forth.
Do you miss family?
I really miss, bro. I mean, I love hanging with my brother. I don't need any friends when my brother's around.
Wow.
Like he's like father figure to me.
He's older to you.
Yeah, he's a brother to me. He's a friend to me. I mean, he ticks off all the family to me. He ticks off all the boxes.
How lovely.
And then of course I miss my mom.
I can imagine, because I've seen you with your mom so many times.
Yeah.
At red carpet events. Yeah.
My consistent date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that I this win.
Yeah.
Whatever this is and whatever I am today, it must be 10% of what I did and 90% of what she did, man.
Their blessings.
No, forget the blessings. The actual effort, the legwork. Being involved in my business, being involved in whatever I'm doing.
Wow.
Whether it be from finance to legal to taking care of me to, every day she's on the phone with the people in Mumbai, like, so okay, what food should be made, what this should be done, what this should be done.
Wow.
So she's more than a partner. She's boss.
Wow. And nothing better than your own mom, because we all know no one in this whole world can love you like your mom can love you.
No, man.
So it's selfless. It's all about...
It's unconditional.
It's unconditional.
And she just wants you to grow.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've always made it a point that, all the investment that she's putting onto me,
right.
I always wanted her to feel that, that he's doing too much.
Right.
He's doing more than what I'm expecting him to do. Right. So I've always wanted to say, Ki, beta, calm down, relax, take a vacation or take a break, relax at home. And I've never taken it, because I have that thing on my mind that, she's trusting me for so many, 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 many years.
Right.
Right. Investing and investing. It's not an easy industry, man.
Not at all.
It is not an easy
I was
industry.
going to ask you that, like coming from a very comfortable background, which you obviously had as a child in Dubai, and
It was. I mean, we're all average, but yes, okay, we're not. It was not hand to mouth,
right.
right?
I mean, in
But I
general,
was happy.
Dubai
I
has
was
that
happy.
little comfort for every strata of
100%,
society.
100%.
So going from that to Mumbai and entering an industry which is the most difficult, it's labeled as the most difficult place to be, and we all know why.
Yeah.
There are too many people, there's so much talent, there's just so many things that get you there or not.
Yeah.
So when you went, did you prepare yourself before you reached? And this could be very useful to other people now who live in the Middle East or around the world who want to go to India to make that mark. Like, did you prepare yourself mentally before you entered?
What do you prepare for? For being a Dubai kid who's born and brought up here, who never set foot in Mumbai.
Right.
What are you preparing for? You don't even
So
know
did
what's
you
going to
just
hit
land
you.
up into surprise space?
I landed up in my bag, bro. Like just my suitcase and backpack. That's literally what I landed up with.
And were you mentally prepared for the kind of weight, kind of struggle,
First of all, I was not ready for the weather which hit me.
Okay.
All right, because we're used to this nice warm weather.
Right.
As soon as I landed there was a flood.
Oh, wow.
All right, it was heavy rainfall.
Right.
All right, I don't like rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like rain. I don't even like the drizzle.
So it's good you're in Dubai right now.
I love Dubai.
Because Mumbai is monsoons on
Getting
right
into
now.
the rainy season
Right.
now. Yeah, and
Right.
trust me, when I was first there, I'm like, what?
Wow.
What's going on
But
here?
the city doesn't stop though, right? Mumbai is so
Nobody stops.
accustomed to rain. Like the city goes on as normal as
Yeah,
it
it goes on. Everybody gets used to it. I mean, that's okay. But I'm saying that you first have to get used to that. You get to the normal environmental conditions.
Right.
Right? Then you start getting used to, dude, the first time I sat in an auto, all right, so he took me to this Andheri East, really dingy hotel, right? And that was I stayed there for a month.
You went, that was your first
That was my
stay.
first hotel.
Wow.
All right, and it was like a really messed up room.
Right.
All right, no hot water, nothing. All right. Anyway, so I took a cab the next day because I took an auto from there to Kishore Namit Kapoor.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you enrolled yourself with the
I had already
classes.
enrolled myself.
Okay.
So that's why I'd gone
So
there.
people who are listening to how Taha started, this is for you because that was my question.
Yes.
Some advice, some tips of anyways, like let's say a new person who wants to be an actor and has similar passion as you.
Yeah.
What are some of the things they should expect and some of the things they should prepare before landing in so there's less surprise element for them?
No, I think that I believe that when you like how a prophecy is, and prophecy tells you like this is going to happen, and then all of a sudden your mind starts running in like, okay, what if I should not be doing this for that to come true? I should not be doing this for that to come true. Bro, everybody's life is different. Everybody's experiences are different. No matter what I tell you today, you are going to be hit by surprises, and let's make that a reality. All right, it's actually better that you don't listen to like any people's advice and you go there and you experience it for yourself.
I agree.
That is the most important thing, right? Because then your mind is fresh.
Fresh.
You hit there, you go there, and then your mind's on superpower. It's like, okay, fine, this happened. Okay, now what should I do? How can I cover myself? It's a self-learning experience, right? So I would say don't go there with
Any expectations?
any expectations, or don't even go there on thinking that, oh, now I know these tips, now nothing's going to happen to me. No,
There'll
man.
still be surprises.
There will be surprises, but I would just say that you go there with an open mind.
Right. But I'm sure you're very resilient because, being in the industry and, I'm sure you've had your share of...
The industry makes you tough, bro.
Industry
It makes you tough. Yeah, the rejections make you tough. The thing is,
Do you have friends in the industry?
I think, I don't know what would you consider friends. I know a lot of
Someone
people.
you can rely on? You can talk your heart to?
I don't talk my heart to anybody. I talk to myself, right? I call my brother if I really need anything. I used to call my friend called Tushar, who used to be with me. But to be very honest, heart to heart kind of conversations, that's not me. Right?
Really?
Yeah, I don't sit
Those
around
eyes, that tone, people all want to talk to you.
I can listen,
Right.
I can listen. But
So if I call you, you'll talk to me?
I'll listen to you.
I'm coming to Bombay. If I have a problem, you'll answer.
I'll
me.
listen to you. Yeah.
Good. So I have a friend.
Right. You have a friend. Yeah. But
You have a friend too.
पर मैं कभी complain नहीं करता.
Correct.
You see what I mean? मैं कभी किसी को call नहीं करता because also I'll be very honest with you about how I am. I don't do that to people. Like I don't call people and tell them about my problems because then I'll have to listen to their problems.
And you want to keep your focus. You want to go one way.
Blinders, bro. Blinders. This is how I am.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same. You know, being in my industry, people always say, oh, have you seen this designer has done this great collection? They have done this, they've done that. And I'm like, so happy for them, but just don't send it to me. I don't want to see it. Because what if I was already on the same path and somewhere you will tell me that you took that as a thing to ape or something, which I'm not going to. My point is, and I'm sure as an artist, you do the same, because if you have too many references, you're going to be confused. You'll be contaminated with so many thoughts. And where is the real you then? So I think I totally resonate with that.
No. I mean, that's a different take, to be honest. I mean, that's a creative art that you're talking about. I'm talking about
You talk
personal.
about in person.
In person.
Yeah.
So in person, I don't do that. But as far as creative is concerned, as far as, let's say, for me, acting, the craft of acting, I want to watch everything. I want to watch everything and know everything. I will, because I'll say it right here. I steal. I steal from anybody and everybody. I'll steal this gesture that you have right now, that you're listening and nodding your head. I'll steal from you.
Love it.
Right? I'll steal from that guy who's standing behind the camera and, holding his hands that way or putting it on his chin right now. Right? I'll steal.
Because you're absorbing different characters, different moods.
Yeah, I'll absorb it. And I'll use it because they're listening, right? Wow. How you're nodding your head, or shaking your head.
Wow.
Small things.
Let me do more.
Right? Small things, because that's what acting is about, right?
Right.
And I steal from movies. I steal from paintings. I steal from music. I believe that when you have a lot of input, it kind of compiles together, and then you have a new output. Because my understanding is that there is nothing in this world that has not been done before.
Right.
All right? Nothing.
But you do it your way.
But you do it your way. That's what makes you unique.
Yeah.
Get everything, and then you come out with something that has never been done before.
Never been done. Like Tajda's character. I mean, we've seen those period movies. We've seen it all.
With all those comparisons, you think I've not loved Shah Rukh and I've devoured him?
Oh my God. But still, you have made a mark, which is, it's a niche. It had the old world, vintage, period charm, but it also resonated with the new generation, which is, it's a very big blend, how a 18-year-old or a 16-year-old is resonating with that.
At the same time,
but your fashion was really on point.
My fashion?
Yes, I loved your trench coats. I loved your high-waisted trousers.
I'm getting too much credit for this, guy. This is all Mr. Bhansali. All I brought in was my naked self and my muji.
No, but
really.
The entire team, I would say, of course, how you carried, plus the designers, who were brilliant.
Harpreet,
I know Rimple and Harpreet personally, yes, and they're brilliant, and I'm really, really proud of their work. I think with each project that they are on, they're just killing it and killing it. If you're listening to this, I'm very proud of you guys.
She stands by me right now, Rimple and Harpreet.
Right.
Manish Malhotra has always stood by me, talking about designers.
How blessed.
Rohit Bal has stood by me. All right. He was the first person. He was the second person. I met him 13 years ago after my first film, literally at some award. He saved my name he's like, I see you now, and you are going to be a superstar. And he saved my name from 13 years ago as superstar on his phone.
Wow.
And as soon as this
is
success
Rohit
happened,
Bal?
This is Rohit Bal.
I love Rohit.
Right? He
We call him
me.
Gudda.
Yes.
Yes.
He took a screenshot.
Right.
And he's like, and even in his interview, they asked him that, who do you think will be a star someday? And this is about 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
Wow.
And he said, Taha Shah Badussha.
So, talking about Gudda, and he's a very, very dear friend from years. Like when I was literally in college, I know I don't look like that anymore, but he kind of, thought that I
Mentored
had
you?
and he thought that I could get into the world of modeling at that time.
Okay.
So I used to live in Delhi at that time. So,
You were like all
couple of my seniors.
lean and trim, were you?
Yeah, oh Lord. I was in Grassy Mr. India 2003. Like, I was that boy. Like,
What are you saying?
Yeah, totally different. When I used to be in front, well, I studied fashion, so I always knew I'm going to get where I am today. That was my original passion. But I also wanted to learn everything about the industry. So by being a model, I learned how, you do the, camera, your poses, how do you face people, backstage, the struggles, the experiences. And of course, it was great money and limelight at that age. Nobody minds.
Yeah.
So I experienced that, which is what helps me today while I'm on the other side, what to do and what not to do. And how I felt wrong in certain places is exactly what I should never make anyone feel like. So from Gudda, Rohit Bal, what I learned after many, many years when I had already launched my label and I'm, a fashion designer, as we all know. I hope you do. If not, well, that's what I do.
Varoin Marwah.
So he held a dinner in Dubai. He had invited like a very limited niche clients of his and stuff. So he made me sit right next to him while all the other people were sitting around. And he got up to welcome everyone. He did that ting-ting, like the whole toasting.
Champagne, the toast, yeah.
And he made it so nice about me, which wasn't meant to be. It was about him and his guests. And I was just an old friend who had met him after so many years. And he just acknowledged me in the middle of everyone. And he said, and I would like to give a little, a shout out to Varoin, who's come from India to Dubai and made a mark, and we are proud of him. And I was like, oh my God, so much to learn. And I was so humbled, So he is that person. Like, superstar, when he saw it in you, here you are. So we all love you, Gudda.
So he really is very open-hearted like that, right? Respect to him, man. Respect, Rohit.
So how are you liking this whole exchange of talent going on from Dubai to India, which is me, India to Dubai, which is Manish Malhotra? So there's a lot going on. How do you feel? Because back in the days, it wasn't happening as much. Like, you were pretty much the first one to go from here. I would say I have taken that plunge to come from India to Dubai to start my work. So I did the opposite.
Yeah, you came here and now you made yourself here.
But also, I had my own luxury struggles.
Yeah.
Because here, I call it luxury because who's my competitor here? I'm compared to Prada, Gucci and those level of brands, which is great because my benchmark went really high. I had to really hone my skill to be able to sell amongst these big brands.
No, but that's a good benchmark to have, you know what I mean?
Very, very good. Because
like right now, like say in my case, I should also keep, my benchmarks would now be like Raju Irani, Vidhu Vinod Chopra.
Right.
My benchmark is like Prashant Neel, Art Balki, Karan Johar. You know what I mean? You have to, I'll give you a small story. When I first went to India, because over here in UAE, the only films that released were films from Yash Raj, Dharma, Excel, UTV, Reliance, and maybe Red Chilies. Like literally, these were like the big,
the guaranteed blockbusters.
Right? And I didn't know that these were big or small. Right? I didn't know they were small. I thought that this was the industry.
That was all you knew.
This was the industry, right? When I went to India, I found out when I went to Mumbai, I looked around and there's posters of like movies everywhere. I'm like, what?
Wow.
What is these things, right? And then I started realizing that there are thousands of production houses trying to make it, and these are the top dogs. But ignorance is a bliss, because I was only given this in my senses. My goal was always to work with those people.
Right.
Somehow your mind was limited because you didn't know anything else.
Right.
So then somehow Yash Raj happened, then Dharma happened, then
Yash Raj has happened, right?
My first film was with Yash Raj.
Oh my God! Like, that's a dream launch.
Yes,
please tell me about it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I have missed this part.
Yeah. So Yash Raj happened in 2010.
You'll have to go slow. This is big. I'm digesting it. Your first launch was on Yash Raj banner.
Was with Yash Raj. They opened up a sister company called Y Films.
Okay.
In which I was launched alongside Shraddha Kapoor.
Oh wow.
And that was her first film as well.
Okay.
And it was a chick flick.
Okay.
Right, and it was just a fun film for
And
all
you were
the
the poster
youngsters.
boy in the middle of
I was
this.
the poster boy.
Yeah.
And I was launched with Arjun Kapoor, Saqib, Tara, Nishit, a couple of people, right?
I think I know this one. Yes.
You know it?
I do.
Yeah.
Wow, I do actually. Yes.
So I got launched over there with them, and it was of course a dream launch. But like I said, because your mind is only these 6 production houses, so your mind's always getting attracted to those. You're manifesting.
Your
only for
energies are
those.
just going
Your
there.
energies are just going there, and I feel that that's what UAE gave me. It gave me like a niche focus. For the cream.
Yes.
Right. And that's what God
No
gave me.
contamination. You straight away just knew that that's on top of the funnel, and that's what you.
Because that's all I knew. And then see, that's the thing, that when people go there, they realize that you might just see all this glamour. You might just see them coming here for Z and IFA, and people are clicking their photos, and people are running behind them, right? But you go over there to Mumbai, and then you realize that, bro, there are millions of people trying, right? I mean, I have personally stood in a line for an audition for 13 hours. This was before I got Yash Raj, right?
And you got that after 13
And I got
hours.
that. And then I had to say no to it because he was locking me for 5 years, not doing anything. So I had to drop it.
5 years not doing anything.
Yeah, he said, whenever I want, you should be available. And I couldn't do that. My dad said, please don't do it. Right? But how I got Yash Raj is a funny story. So I actually locked something called Love Cornetto Reels.
Okay.
All right, which was an 1 hour episode, and it was 3 films being made in London. All right, and this was at that time, 2010. All right, so I got selected for that, and I signed the contract. All right, then this audition happened. Then I got selected for it.
For this.
All right, but then Shanush and everybody told me that I'm sorry, we can't take you because now you're going to get launched over here. I'm like, what? So
So
silly.
you get some, you lose some.
I get some, I lose some. I was going to lose Yash Raj, bro. And then I'm like, what do I do? I didn't know what to do. And I had to practice for this film. So I was in rehearsals. I went to the rehearsal and they said that we also need you to, learn the bike. So I started the bike. I learned the bike. I was learning it for the first day. I was getting a hang of it. He was driving. I was behind him. I was understanding the gear system. All right, first day, second day. And then when I got this news, I didn't know how to do it.
That's
right?
Dubai boy.
Yeah. And when I got this news about Yash Raj and they said that you can't do it, it was really bogging me down, right? And my mind was everywhere, right? So then he said, drive by yourself at the rehearsal. So I drove by myself. I was driving. I was on first gear, second gear. All of a sudden, a car came in. And then instead of braking, I increased the thing,
The
right?
accelerator.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And came, banged the car, bike fell on my leg, and I broke my leg.
Oh my God.
Right, I think it was the left one. I think I broke it. Right. So my dad was there at that time, so he took me to the hospital and he put up a cast on me. All right. But because of that, these guys removed me from the film because I couldn't do it. But then guess what happened? Yash Raj took me because they're like, we're not starting anytime soon. So a broken
It's a universe plan.
something to get out, and then that's how it landed.
As they
over
say,
here.
one door closes for another better one to open.
Yeah, so you got to believe the process.
I mean, I'm not saying one of the better ones. It's always an opportunity. Which is your path. So your path had to be this way.
This way, but
Divine path.
divine power, man.
Yeah. Are you a spiritual person?
I'm quite a spiritual person. I believe that there's a
I
universal
love the
power.
rings which you're wearing.
Oh yeah, thanks.
They're very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
I'm quite a spiritual person. I believe in the universal power. None of this can exist without that universal power. I mean, if we think we are all of it, we are highly mistaken. All right. I mean, once we have a bird's eye view, especially when you take a flight and you go up, bro, come on. How can you be everything? You're nothing.
Yeah.
You're nothing, right? And you're going to go back into the mud, and you're going to become one with the world, and that's it, right? So all this is temporary.
We don't come with anything or go.
We don't come with anything. We're not going to go with anything. We're going to leave a legacy behind, of course, sure, for the future generations, and that's what we want to leave. I'm sure that's what you want to leave. That's what I want to leave. But the most important part is to first come to terms with this, that you are nothing. You will be nothing and you will become nothing.
Absolutely.
Right? But with that, you can still make a legacy. And that's what I think keeps me grounded.
I was coming to that. Being in this industry profession where you are bombarded with so much love, adulation, craziness on Instagram, all the social media, interviews after interviews, selfies after selfies, so much love. Everyone is showering love, right?
Yeah.
At some stage, do you feel that it gets on in a good way, but you also lose yourself? Or do you feel that in spite of all that, you still stay as you are?
I think there's two ways of looking at it. If I had gotten any of this that I'm getting now, let's say after Love Ka the end, right? Then I would have my head would have been high. You know, I would have felt like I deserve this. Like this is mine. You know, I am this.
I'm the real shit.
Yeah, I'm the real shit.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that God, Allah, the universal power, has not given me that. You know, it really made me really rub my face in the mud, bro. Right? And really eat the dirt and say, you want it, and you bloody gotta earn it, man. You know, you gotta put in that effort, that so-called 10,000 hours, right? Put in that effort in every aspect of acting, voice, dance, action, networking, talking, communication skills, legal, finance, management. Come on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You are
Same.
your own company.
I feel sometimes as a designer, designing is just one bit of the whole profession. There's just so much more. It's your whole unit. It's your staff. It's your clients. It's your pricing. It's your finances. It's your balance sheets. It's your networking, as you said, you know, how much of social media, what to put on social media. There's just so much. Yes, we are blessed that we are getting returns out of it. Yes, we have teams who are helping us with it.
But then you build
at the
that
end
team,
of it, you build that team, and you have to keep making sure that the team is doing their jobs right.
Yeah.
And of course, eventually we all become one unit and a family, and everybody's there to help and support you, which is a great blessing. Like for me, I feel I won't be able to do half the job if my backing of my family, or like you said, your mom.
Bro, screw that, bro. I wouldn't be only doing 10% of what I'm doing.
Right.
If I had to take care of myself.
So we are very grateful for all of that.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. I mean, like you get back home, I'm sure that, at least I get back home, I can tell you that, you know, there's food at home. You know, but who's taking care of that food? Who's making that food? Who's cooking that food?
Correct.
You know, and India mein to aap jante hain bhai ki if you're at home and the internet goes off, you need to call somebody, then you're waiting for that internet guy to come, the AC gets spoiled, you're waiting for the AC guy. When are you going to do what you want to do? Right? Life is not easy, man. Right? And it does not happen individually. So I am not here individually. I've got, like you have, an incredible unit, an incredible team. But the master of all of it, which makes it happen, again, is my mother. Right? And then maybe me. All right? So, like, it's not easy, man. It is not easy to survive.
So when you're alone, which you are, let's say you've had this mega success and all of this happens. When you're alone, how are you? Like, are you dancing? You jumping? Are you chilling? You are like, okay, let me not look at it. Let me just meditate. Which space are you in when you're alone?
I wish I could meditate, man. I really wish. I just, I think when I journal, it's a sort of meditation.
You write?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Maybe not
Do
the
you
best
type
handwriting.
or do you write?
No, I write.
Right.
Oh,
very Tajtar of you.
Yeah. I don't like writing notes on my phone. The only thing I do on my phone mostly is setting up my calendar. Right? That's what I do. Right? But anything to do with planning, goal-oriented.
You write?
I write. Everything is written down. It's on a paper format. It must be in my bag outside.
Wow.
Right? And there's bunches and bunches of paper. Right? Plans, strategies, who all I got to meet, lists and lists and lists and lists of people. Right? So I physically write it down, right? And very recently, actually I'll tell the story to you later.
Please do.
No, not on this.
Okay.
That'll be something on personal.
Okay.
So anyway, so yes, I do physically write it. That's
Do you
my
write
kind
a
of
list
meditation.
of people you've dated?
Do I list of too long?
So everyone loves Taha. Who does Taha love? Don't tell me your mom. Which you do, of course.
No, I'm a lover boy, bro.
Sorry?
I'm a lover boy.
You are.
I am completely. When I fall in love,
One woman man?
truly, when I fall in love, it's a one woman man.
What's your status at the
Right.
moment?
It's bachelor, bro.
Oh.
I'm a bachelor.
Girls, good news.
The thing
You
is
have
that
hope.
the thing is that I've gotten every time I've truly fallen in love. Like the first time I fell in love was when I was before that it was like childhood, you like a girl, you like the hand and all that. But when you actually fell in love when you're 17, 18, like that, 17, then
It happened in Dubai.
it happened in Sharjah.
Maybe she's watching
And
this.
yeah, I'm sure she will.
Is she married now?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, like
Yeah.
you're in touch.
We're in touch. Like touch as in we have a group.
So you are that type after breakup you stay in touch?
No.
No.
No. But it just so happened that
For me, when it's done, it's done. Like I am that block person. And
see that there's certain people who you have to take out of your life. Like the person who I recently fell in love with about a year and a half ago.
wow.
Yeah. Like I was doing head over heels. Right.
In Mumbai.
In Mumbai. And but I guess I became stupid in love, man. I became really stupid in love. Like now I understand that there
madly
is
in love.
Now I understand that there are, no matter what this whole love business is, there's certain rules to follow. Right?
Love yourself and love.
Yeah, I mean number one, I mean sure, but when you fall in love, you just freaking fall in love. And how can you control that? Thing is, I did, and the thing
We
is
want
that
to get there, but when we are there, we shouldn't be there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like I've always felt like in that I made her the center of my world, which many girls would love. Yeah, maybe that person was not in the right state of mind. Whatever, I give her the benefit of doubt. But if I go one step forward, you need to come one step forward. But I'm like, no, maybe she's busy. No, maybe this, that.
But isn't it
Khud
hard?
ke-
Like
my
normally in
mind.
every relationship, not just what you went through, I feel
Yeah.
there's always one who's more and one which is less.
Always.
I'd rather be on the less.
Yeah.
Because it's just so difficult to be this one because you don't feel satisfied. But this one is over satisfied. So the problem is less satisfied meets over satisfied and then they're not together because this one wants less now.
Yeah.
And this one is like, I want more. So
Yeah.
there's never a meeting point.
I was there.
you were the-
I was the yeah. And
But it's better to be on this one.
I don't know if it's better or not. For me right now, better
It's
is
just
not to
easier.
have it. For me right
Do you
now, it's
feel
better
when
not
you're
to
in
have
love, your career growth also is affected a little bit? You kind of get confused what you want to prioritize more?
it. When you're in love, when I'm on that side,
When you are in
when I was
love,
there,
when you are this
100%.
one. Yeah.
100%. I think that's why.
Like instead of going to the gym, would you rather go and pick her up?
Yes. Yes. I would because I made her dream my dreams, right?
And now gym is gym.
Yeah, anything is my thing now. Like nobody else comes
Would
in my
you
mind.
drink a strawberry milkshake?
With her,
No, being this fit guy, I'm moving from love to
man, to be
fitness.
right now over here, I think in Dubai, I don't have a choice, right? Because there's no home food, and I always
Oh, don't
eat
say
only
that.
home food.
I have home. We,
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
we have people to cook for you.
Right? No, I mean my home is here too, but the thing is I'm always on the move.
All right.
I'm always on the
You've
move.
got
so
your
it's-
interactions, you've got your parents.
and जहाँ पर भी कुछ मिल जाता है, then I'm like, okay, fine. यहाँ पे कुछ अच्छा
You've
है.
got a salad booked.
You got
It's
it?
coming,
You got
yes.
me a.
After this, we're feeding
I
you.
think he's ordered a shawarma platter as well, right? So
Do you like the shirt you're wearing?
I love it. I love it. Varoin Marwah shirt.
I'm plugging in, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So no, I fitness is of topmost importance to me. Not only to be fit physically, but mentally. Right. When I get up in the morning, the hardest thing, like today morning, yesterday morning, they're literally getting 4 hours of sleep, bro. All right. I could take another 1.5
working
hours,
out in Dubai.
but I wake up and I go to the gym. Me and my teammate Aditya, we both
They
go
also
there.
have to wake up when
Yeah,
you-
everybody wakes up.
Right.
Everybody wakes up and everybody works out.
They work out.
Yeah. My whole
So I should join
house
your
works out.
team. I should be your in-house stylist who'll also get fit while working with you.
I've had people who the people who cook food for me.
Right.
They've got abs, bro.
Wow.
They've got abs.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Next movie, put my name. I can be your assistant.
And it's and initially I think that fitness is not something. It should not be that you feel like it, because I don't feel like it.
Okay.
I don't feel like waking up in the morning and I'm like, I can get another hour of sleep, but I roll off the bed, or I wake up and I'm like, you know what, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You know, get up and do it, because once the day starts, then I start regretting that, man.
So you'd rather get it done in the morning itself, and then
100. And also, it gives a big kick to my day, right? Big kick. Like if I'm doing it later,
you get the rush.
Yeah, and by the end of the day, then I'm feeling like, अभी थोड़ा skip कर लें क्या, already इतना काम कर लिया है.
But since the time I've known you, you've always been into fitness.
Yeah.
You've just gotten better, but you've always
Somehow
pretty much in shape.
been there.
So when you were a young little kid, or growing up as a teenager, was acting always on your mind, or was it something that came later on?
I think acting came when I was a kid. I didn't know about acting. I didn't know it was called acting. I just enjoyed what was happening on that stage, especially when I was in boarding school for 3 years.
Where were you?
In Kori Canal.
Oh, lovely. I've been there as a child.
Yeah?
Yeah, on a holiday.
So there's something called Kori Canal International School. And that was really some of the best memories of my life, right? My best childhood memories.
Green and beautiful.
No, I mean, nature-wise is one, but also just the experience of being in that boarding school. There was nothing which ever came in my life which brought in so many memories.
Wow.
And just really incredible. Korean International School is really, really well done. Right. So anyway, so when I was there, I think I definitely thought of being an actor. I definitely thought that, because I was homesick, and everybody else was homesick. Kids were staying downstairs, the boys, and the girls were staying upstairs. And downstairs there used to be a phone call when Mama used to call, and every time mom didn't call or dad didn't call, they would be crying. So it was always. I always felt like I had to go and entertain them, right? And I didn't want them to cry. So that's where it ignited from. So I'm like, let me go and entertain you. Let me make you laugh, And then when they laughed, I thought my thing was done. And I'm like, they're happy, I'm happy. So that's where it started.
I feel actors are just blessed. Because, there's something different, because you get to play so many characters. But obviously, you just don't get there. Like what you just said, it started from child. It started from somewhere. It's almost like destiny has instilled that thing inside you that slowly gets you there. Like, this is a beautiful example of that. And I'm so glad you shared this, because similar to what you've said, as a designer, my journey started when I was 3 years old. Like literally from the time that I can even recall, why and when did I like fashion is that early. Because I used to fight with my parents that I will not wear what you're giving me. I had to choose my night suit as well. Like give me option 1, 2, 3, then I'll say I will wear this. And it was a hard task for my mom and dad, like how to please this little boy with good clothes. And I would even lie, go to my neighbors and say my parents are not getting me clothes these days. I think we have some issue.
Really?
Yeah, making up stories. Make them shop for me and come back. And then my neighbors would come and tell my parents that we know nothing is going wrong. Just to let you know, your son has cracked up this story and we've gifted him this. Don't feel bad and don't scold him. But we're letting you know. Good on them, right?
That's so nice.
So it was a bit crazy. Like I was crazy about that. I wouldn't buy even ready to wear. I would be like, no, fabric, we'll shop.
No way.
Go to the tailors with my dads and make those crazy stuff at that age. 4, 5 years old. Like my trousers colors were different from the rest of the people. Where people would do black and navy blue, I was doing the purple. So that was me. So what you've just shared again resonates with me because, and the whole idea of this podcast for me is to learn. And I really am learning so much from you. And this is the whole intent for me, not just for myself, for other people also.
This is such a cute experience.
So man. I hope like parents
seeing a 5-year-old cut that.
So it's good for parents to hear this because if they have a child who's showing those symptoms and signs that they're inclining
in the field that
kind of take them there. Don't shun it away. Don't say that's wrong. If that child loves drawing there
art.
is something that you can build on that. Like don't say padhai karo. I mean, you have to do all that to grow in
basic
life.
stuff to have.
So I studied fashion and I did my graduation at the same time. I was good in balancing both. One was to satisfy my soul, one was to satisfy the need of my parents and everybody else to feel secure.
Right.
But I think it's so important to pick it up as a parent when you see your kids.
I mean, they've always said that between the ages of, let's say, 3 to 8, you kind of figure out what the kid actually is good at. You just need to put them in a place where you get those opportunities, and what they pick up by themselves.
Absolutely.
It's
going back to Star Kids. I feel bad for them because being in that environment, they are loving it. If they have a mom or a dad who's an actor and they have been on the sets and that's what they have seen, what is wrong with that? Like, they get blamed for so much. I'm sorry, but your co-actor has been sadly so much trolled on social media. Like, I feel for her. So what if she wasn't a 10 on 10? Maybe not the first time. She'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
You'll get there. I feel so sad. Like, if I was in her place, it would be a very hard place to be in.
It could have been a very hard place, but the choices that I think that she's been making, right, is that she's very happy.
I love that.
That takes
I
a strong
saw her
person.
interview recently, and she's looking at it's like a glass full or a glass empty situation. She's looking at the glass full, which is really, and that's inspiring again. That's truly inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yes.
Did you meet her after? Like, do you guys meet?
Just at the success party recently. Otherwise, I've not really...
So you guys had a success party at Gigi?
Yeah.
My store in Mumbai is opening right above that.
So then we have to have a success party of the success of your store.
Success to the success of the launch and the success. So we're manifesting. And I hope you're in town to attend that.
100%. I'll make it a point.
It would be great to see you
again.
No,
great.
But it's amazing how often we're getting to meet now.
Yeah,
literally
I think now
this week it's the third time.
It's the third time. I think this is a sign.
Right.
Yes. In-house stylist with abs.
Yeah. Credit goes to you. This happens. It's going to be amazing. So, do you get to travel a lot?
I mean, nowadays, I guess I'm getting to travel quite a bit.
You were in Cannes?
I was in Cannes, yes. I was there. I was... it's a beast. It's a beast. And I had to go there without my team.
Oh.
I had to go there by myself, and I got one person from Denmark, a friend of mine. A friend, as in he was into social media, Sagar. But he really did a good job. I'm really proud of him. And but more than that, now my team who's with me over here and my India team, next year we go, मैं तो अपनी फौज को लेके जाने वाला हूँ. Like 10 people with me, 11 people with me.
Yeah. Abs, no?
The abs gang.
The abs gang, yes.
So I think, no, it's really not possible for one person to complete. I mean, even in 6 days, I made about 400 contacts, right? But if my team was with me, in those 6 days, we would have touched at least 1,500 contacts, right?
Did you get to meet some of your favorites or any?
I didn't go to meet actors and all that.
No.
I went there to do business. Okay. I went there to meet the film commissions. I went there to understand the territory. What happens. What is the France to Marche? What's the market about? What kind of films do people bring over there? I went there to understand, the pavilions. From each country, what pavilions come to town, right? Why are they there? What is their basic agenda? What does South Korea want? What does Saudi Arabia want? What does Yemen want? What does France want? What does UK want? What does Australia want? It's a bloody
Big
melting
word.
pot, bro. I mean, till as far as you can see, there's pavilions and pavilions. All right.
I've never been there personally.
Yeah.
So is it like that box after box with those red carpets and all the photographers? Is it like
no. There's
I'm building an image about this.
There's a casino that you come into. Okay. There's a big casino. Outside that casino, there's roads which now have been blocked.
Right.
And on those roads there's military people, there's cops. Everything has been blocked out. Right. Then you have this main place where the red carpet is. All right. So the red carpet starts from one end. There's 2 entrances, and 1 entrance from here. There's 3 entrances because there's 3 divisions of tickets that you get. So there's orchestra, which is the main.
So there is red carpet with photographers.
No. There's photographers on the sides. Okay. There's 1 ballot here, 1 ballot, 2 ballots, 3 ballots, 4 ballots, and then 1 big ballot over here. All right. And people are standing on like ladders and things like that. That's how you see them.
And I see them all dressed in black
They're
suits.
all dressed in what's it called? In
black suits.
Yeah, in black suits, right? With bow tie, black tie. And the event basically has 3 openings. So one is the main red carpet where you walk. That means these photographers get you, and then you walk this way, and then all these photographers get you, right? Then there's a big staircase where you enter the biggest cinema in the world.
Oh, really?
Right? Like seriously, like huge.
Wow.
Right? Then there's one entrance from here where you don't get to see the photographers. You directly enter.
I always wonder when these celebs from around the world come.
Yeah.
On the red carpet, how can these photographers always know who they are? How do they even figure? Like today, let's say a big influencer from Dubai has gone. Do they announce like so and so is about to walk?
No.
So how? Like it's impossible for everyone to know everyone, but there are people who are taking their names and it
No
always
name is being
intrigues.
taken.
No.
I mean, unless
They just shoot.
Yeah, they're just shooting.
They don't know who they're shooting, but they know there's someone obviously.
Yeah, otherwise why are they here?
Right.
Right, they're shooting, so there's no names. But
So if I get there, they'll shoot me?
They
I
might
won't
just
be like,
shoot you.
please, very photo le lo.
they'll shoot you. Who's this guy?
I always have this desire of being there.
Yeah, you should, man.
But this year, I kind of had a mixed thing. Like, I saw a lot of deserving people like you and many other people. And I suddenly saw a lot of people who I felt were somehow there.
You can buy tickets. You can buy
That's what.
things.
It had become a bit
It's become very
evident this
commercial.
time. Yeah.
It's become very commercial. You have to go there with merit. The only reason I went there was
So
for
I
Hira
felt
Mandi.
that. Like now when I saw this part, because someone actually emailed me as well this year.
Oh, yeah,
that these are the packages.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
some
get to
packages.
do this party for this much, this event for this much. And I'm like, dude, like my whole idea of this event was to earn. Like I want to go on my merit. Like that's how I looked at this
There's
event.
2 ways of going at it, man. First, either you go there with this package, all right? Or 2, you go there with your, you go there like how I did. I had the government, India invited me because I was launching a film over there of mine.
So that's the
Right.
only path I would want to.
Yeah. But you can also go there without these packages and go and hustle and hustle hard. Like I said, if I got all my team over there, every party, you can get yourself invited. You don't need any money, right? But you need the contacts. Who's going to give you that? They're paying you because they know the people. That's it, right? By next year, I'll have every party in my hand. Wherever I want to go, I can because I'll have all the connections. Why? Because I've done the hustle, I've done the networking, right? And that's very
Did
important.
someone guide you for this or
No,
you just...
nobody. From 10 o'clock in the morning to 12 at night, bro. I was giving my cards out. I was giving my cards, talking to people.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you hustle 6 days, man.
You were interviewed by some of the biggest people as well. I saw your interview beautifully sitting by the water with Anupama Chopra.
Yeah.
She's so amazing.
She was there at the Majestic Hotel. There was
Right.
a India Pavilion party happening that night. I just saw her walk out. I went and just said, ma'am, first time she spoke to me was after Love Ka the End.
Okay.
Right, and she hasn't spoken to me after. She said that one day I will speak to you and I will approach you directly. So I said, ma'am, you've always been very kind, so thank you. And next day she's like, I want Taha for an interview. Right, just because she saw me there and I went and said a hi, and now she knows about Hira Mandi. Bang, bang, bang. How? Because I went and said a hi.
Right.
She could have easily just walked away.
So there's a learning from that for our viewers, for our listeners,
Yeah.
that, don't be shy in approaching people. You may have reached to the pinnacle that you wanted to, but even then, if you keep putting yourself out there and ask. And have the desire and just put it all out there. Like,
You don't get
I
it if you
just
don't ask.
asked you, can I be a part of your style team?
Yeah, 100%.
Abs.
Yeah, abs. You can't
gotta
ask for abs, bro.
If I don't ask,
But yeah, no, I think it's very important to see. When I was there and I was roaming around, right, a lot of people even recognized me. A lot of French people recognized me, Norwegian people,
because
Russian,
Netflix is what,
Spanish.
192 countries?
Yeah, all global, and they're all
Right.
recognizing me, bro. They're all like
191,
Taj,
192,
one
something.
thing 190.
190, chalo.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Something
there.
around there, but
quote
anyway.
unquote.
So when you get recognized by international audience, you really means that your work has really spoken. Because there are a lot of people who are working in
So for me, you had such a ensemble cast in Hira Mandi.
incredible cast.
to make that mark in the middle of so much talent is amazing. I mean, you really stood out. You are the star of Hira Mandi.
Thank you.
Amongst so many people for us to be appreciating, and now like calling you Taha for so many years, and suddenly Tajdar comes out of my mouth. Like it's almost like what happened. All these years of knowing you has changed. But no, you have made that mark. Is Hira Mandi 2 coming?
Hira Mandi 2 is coming.
Yes, we got to know now.
It is coming.
Do people know about it already?
Surprise. Let's see what happens, man.
Hira Mandi 2 is coming.
Only Mr. I mean, they launched it already.
Okay.
They launched it at Carter Road in Bandra.
Are you in it?
Surprise.
You are going to
I don't
be.
know.
Of course,
I don't know.
People will be not happy if you're not there.
I don't know. I mean, I'm no one to speak until Mr. Bansali.
No, you did such a good job, so we hope to see you more and more in that.
I mean, I do trust the process, and I trust that I've given it my all.
Yeah.
And if my work can speak for itself, then hopefully they'll give me another chance.
Right.
Right.
And let's see how the character is shaped now, because sadly.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
There might be a surprise.
Okay.
Let's see.
How was you obviously worked with a lot of great actors, but one of my favorite in Hira Mandi apart from you was Manisha Koryala ji.
Oh man, she's a legend.
Her.
What a character, right? And
incredible.
Never been played before by her. Really standalone, strong.
There's a scene in which she says, "Yahan kaatoge to jaldi hota hai." Like, oh my God, I went back, I replayed. I was like, that is so cool. Being so mean in such a casual way. Like, rather than telling the lady, don't cry or support, first she tells her that, get her new clothes. And I'm like, wow, that's mean. And then she says, don't cut here. Do it here.
Yeah.
Like, wow. That's, but, again, Sanjay Leela Bhansali and all those little nuances and things. She, after that whole major situation with her police station scene, and then she's sitting under that water.
Yeah, that one.
So powerful.
That was that's the first thing which comes to my mind.
So I don't know if there are other people like me, but I did not want to finish Hira Mandi.
Why?
So I wanted it to go on for a few days for me.
Achha, like you.
So I didn't binge watch it. So I would watch one and actually control and say, no, I'll watch again tomorrow, because I wanted the experience to last for a few days.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to finish it in like one shot, which many people did and many people do. I do that personally. But with this series, this is the only one which I had to control myself, because I was like, no. And when it was the last episode, I was a bit sad. I was like, I wish it can go on. So I'm really hoping that it comes back.
That's exactly what I do too.
Yeah.
Because I know by the end of it, I'll be like, no, I wish it was because इसलिए मैं आधा episode देखता हूँ, and then it goes on for about 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, now this feels like an experience rather than just something which was just fast.
Was there any particular scene that you struggled the most with while you were in the series, which you found like it was very off your alley, like you?
No.
There's
It's just that I've been to so many acting institutes and I've done so much work in those acting institutes in roles that are not normally me. No, I don't think
all the hard work that just got.
Yeah, I think you can bring on any scene and I think I can make it mine.
If you were to go back in time, let's say for Hira Mandi only, and you were to redo some of the parts, would you do it differently or?
Like my parts?
Yeah.
No.
It's great to be in that space, right? Where you feel like you did the best version of
education, bro. Education, techniques, really no. And it's not because I've gotten the audience feedback.
Right.
Like I'm quite I think like you, we are very hard on ourselves and we're very judgmental of our work and what we do. And I believe that I could not do better than that at that moment of time. It's not like I worked on it for an hour, फिर मैं गया अगले दिन shoot करने. I was at it.
I've heard of Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir being very tough as a director. I mean, you worked with many directors. Did you feel that toughness is too much?
I think I'm quite a tough guy.
Okay.
And I'm quite, like I said, I'm very regimental, very like army-like, very, very hard on myself.
Okay.
So going there was just seeing a man who's very passionate about his work. And
So you saw the whole thing.
And I'm like, I respect this. I understand when he gets frustrated. It's like, but
retakes after retakes.
Such a simple thing he's saying, you don't understand, And
so you were at ease when he was
very
doing
well.
that.
Not only at ease, man. I think he has never yelled at me. Not once. He has never told me anything, except the only thing he does is he makes fun of me. He makes fun of me, and
regarding
well, when something goes, when I feel that there is something that he doesn't like, and I would go to him, sir, I'm really sorry, right? I'm really sorry if this happened. And he's like, I'm sorry.
Some of your accent.
So he would he would pick on that many times. He would also he would say like, हाँ ये कर पर ताहा को मत बताना. I'm like, अरे?
Like on purpose.
Yeah, he would know that I'm standing over here, right? And so he would pull my leg. And
I've never met him. It's such a I would love to see him. I would really love to see him.
I think those are his, and people sometimes take his jokes too seriously.
So he jokes. See what a different side we're hearing.
Dude, he's
one
so
side
funny.
we only hear that he's so strict and he is very difficult, and here you're saying he's appreciative, he's encouraging, he's making jokes.
He's so funny.
So
man.
I think, guys, we have to see the other side of Mr. Sanjay.
I even spoke to him about it. I said, sir, people think that you're too. He's like, people think I'm too serious.
You know what I love about him? That he goes with his own decisions, which are so refreshing. Like to cast very different people in different roles.
I know his decisions. The one thing I've learned from him, and he keeps saying it to me. He's like, first of all, don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take all this, whatever success we get, whatever. Don't take it too seriously. He's like, be connected. He's like, whatever I say, whatever I do. He's like, I'm connected. So I'm like, your choice is connected. I feel it. It's not like I'm thinking. He's like, I feel, and I let go. I let it flow.
We totally can see that in his choices. We can see that in his craft. And I'm so glad that you have always been so passionate about your work and you have got to team up with him. And, here the best product came out. And I'm sure there'll be so many more of those that we'll see, not just with him, but with many, many incredible talent. I have personally learned so much from you today. It has been an absolute delight to meet you again and again, but to sit like this and to have a heart-to-heart. And, to learn about your journey, to see what you are like, to know about your childhood and so much more. So thank you so very much for giving me your time and being here today.
No, thank you very much. Varoin Marwah.
He's saying that because he heard the jingle. Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah.
I love it. No, thank you so much, man. You've been great. You have always stood by me, always supported me when there was nothing. And I just hope that we continue to make each other proud.
Absolutely. And thank you again and wish you all the success. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Celebrity Spotlight with Varoin Marwah. See you next time.